Hi, and welcome to Fairy Quest. Today's video is actually to familiarize you with a couple of nature spirits of a different kind. As you've seen from my website and also from my YouTube channel, nature spirits are kind of a thing. Elementals, fairies, whatever you would like to call them. And I would like to show you another way in which nature spirits have come forth. Now, what you see on the screen here is a map of Iowa, and I'm taking you up to Harper's Ferry, Iowa, to the Effigy Mounds National Park. This is a location where Native Americans from long ago built burial mounds and also ceremonial mounds. And you can look up Effigy Mounds, Harper's Ferry, Iowa on Google and find out more information. It's pretty fascinating, actually. This location has a number of different mounds, and I believe it also has 3 levels. This is the first level, and it's quite a lot of acreage to cover even on the first level. And then I believe each level after that, the mounds get a little more elaborate. In other words, like bear-shaped, bird-shaped, that kind of thing. Here's another quick view of a similar, well, pretty much the same one, only over a little more. Okay, so my habit back in 2004, when we went to Effigy Mounds for the first time, was to take 2 or 3 photos in a row of the exact same thing. This way, if I had an anomaly in my photograph, I would have more than one photograph to see this anomaly in, or to see if it disappeared from, say, the next photograph. This was my habit, and we did this when we had Night Watchman Chronicles, our paranormal website. So here is part of the first tier, and the reason that I took this photograph is that I was really intrigued by this rock, which kind of reminded me of a Native American. And since Effigy Mounds is a Native American place, then this would make perfect sense to me. So I can see like hair and the outline of the face, kind of a profile with the neck. You see a chin, a mouth, a nose. The eyes seem to be kind of worn off. But this was the reason that I chose this particular photograph to take. And I did it again. So we have 0902 and 0903. Obviously, the coloring is a little different. I must have moved a little bit. But when I got home and started looking at the photographs, what really connected with me in this particular one is a spirit image of a child's doll. And I will bring this up a little bit so you can see. And if you're having a hard time seeing, please step back from your computer a little bit. That sometimes helps. But as you can see, we have a little doll here that seems to be created from the sun and a rock. We have little pointed nose, and we have 2 eyes. We have a mouth. Here's an arm. Here's an arm. Here is her clothing. And if we look at, now this is 0902, so it would be the first picture that I took. And this is the second one, and as you can see, she is still there, but she's not as prominent. And again, this is probably because I moved a little bit. I didn't have my camera on a tripod. I'm just holding it in my hands and trying to hold still. So anyway, here she is again, and it could be, you know, I moved a little bit or the sun changed a little bit. It's hard to say, but this is what I mean by spirit pictures, nature spirit pictures. These are what I term remnants of times long ago, things that were left over for whatever reason, energy signatures that were left over for whatever reason. And then as you continue on the trail, this particular one went around the corner and up. And as you can see, we have railings here to keep you from falling down the hill. Anyway, it keeps on going. And as we continued on, and when I say we, I mean my husband and myself, again, I'm stopping and I'm taking pictures to in a row, it looks like, for this particular day of the same location. And for some reason, standing up here, and you can see the railing here, standing up here, I was fascinated with this tree stump for some reason. It looked like it had been hit by lightning. It was pretty charcoal broiled. And I just wanted to take a picture of that tree stump. So here's picture 0904 and picture 0905. And again, we have the fencing here. Doesn't seem to look like anything really amazing, does it? However, when you pull it closer, there's something very unique about this burnt tree stump. And I don't know if you're going to see it as yet. I will show it to you in just a moment as we move on to the other one as well. But I call this one the overseer because this is what we have. And I've outlined the head of a Native American male that is a part of this tree stump, this burnt charcoal tree stump. And we can see hair here. And this is probably hair and clothing to some degree, but we can see a little bit of his neck, the shape of his face, his chin, his mouth, his nose, his eyes, and his face is looks a bit scarred, as though perhaps smallpox or some kind of childhood disease that scarred up his face a bit. But once you see him, you cannot unsee him. He's not outlined anymore, but now that you've seen him over here, you know exactly what you're looking for. And as I said, I call him the overseer because this is a Native American location. So he is a nature spirit of a different kind. He is a Native American overseeing the land that apparently he was a big part of and has remained. So this was kind of fascinating, and I wanted you to see what is possible to find in photos. It's not just fairies, but it's also anything with an energy signature, which is pretty much everything. So this particular energy signature with this Native American male and also with the doll is quite unique and something that I really felt like you needed to see. And unlike many photographs, and as I said, this one was for our Night Watchman Chronicles website back in 2004, I did not take these photographs at night. It is broad daylight, and it just goes to show that it is possible to get some amazing photographs in the daytime. So that's it for this video. I thought you might enjoy it. So until the next one, take care.